Whoever says that self-deprecating humor is good or important is an enemy of mankind. I think people mostly learn to use self-deprecating humor as a defense mechanism to try to prove to the world that they're not insecure. Especially men have been encouraged to do this. Obviously, the perceptive will understand that if you have to prove to the world that you're not insecure, that desire to prove that to anyone is arising out of insecurity. Self-deprecating humor has not felt right to me for a very long time. There's something that just feels evil, feels a little bit evil about it. Just not right. It's one of these things. It's like so many things in that there are levels to it. At the lowest level, you have people who are not capable of making self-deprecating jokes because they quote unquote take themselves too seriously, or maybe they are insecure, and so they're easily offended by humor at their expense. The next level, and this is where most of American society is at, is the type of folks who can and will make self-deprecating jokes or encourage others to make deprecating jokes about them to show that they're not insecure or that they can quote unquote take it. The level after that is the ultimate. Or maybe it's the level at which you become a man, which is to say, it is of no significance or relevance to me whether or not someone else thinks that I can take a joke or not, or whether or not someone else thinks that I'm insecure, or whether or not someone else knows that I can make a self-deprecating joke. That second tier of people in the middle who love self-deprecation or profess to, that's most of society now. It's pitiful. It's pitiful, and I'm not. I have the feeling that this is something I have to consider further. I feel strongly about it. I know I'm on the right track, but I maybe don't fully recognize yet why I feel so strongly about it. I don't think you should make a lot of self-deprecating jokes as a man or as anyone. And it's not a question of should, but it's just, why are you doing that? I don't think I've seen someone that makes a lot of those jokes that I didn't feel was trying to prove something. It's like a person is trying to win status points by pushing themselves down. That's what it is. It's a social hierarchy game where you can elevate yourself by putting yourself down. You can elevate yourself by lowering yourself. You can say, look at me. I'm terrible. I'm lame. I suck. And by virtue of the fact that I can admit that, I am actually now higher in this little status game of humility. And maybe that's why I hate it so much, because it is that, in that way, it is dishonest. There's a pretense to it. If the way that you really feel is that you're a terrible person, or that you have all these flaws and you like to focus on them, there's nothing wrong with expressing that, I suppose. If the way that you feel is what you're expressing, then by all means. But that's not what's happening. There's a disingenuousness, a dishonesty to the way that people do this, and maybe that is why. I don't think that's the only reason why, though. I think there's also a question of direction here, which is, are we looking up or are we looking down? And that's the part that I have a harder time articulating just yet. The people who like self-deprecation are looking down. If you must use humor, if you're going to make a joke, it could be something else. It just strikes me that the people who do that, it's like everything is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Every word that is said has power. If you constantly describe yourself as unworthy or as less than, that is what you will become. Instead, what if you looked up at what you could be? And what if you decided to recognize within yourself that you already are what you will be? What if you realized that you have nothing to prove to anyone? You do not need to prove to someone that you're not insecure. There's no reason to prove anything to anyone. If you know who you are.